Do you believe that the West and Asia are currently locked in a struggle for global supremacy?
No, I'm hoping that if my book is read by everybody, we will avoid that contest for global supremacy, because I believe at this very plastic moment of world history, which is, by the way, one of the most plastic moments of world history we've ever seen in
Plastic
human
moment? You mean a moment of transition?
It means that the decisions we make today will determine whether or not there's a clash within Asia and the West, or whether or not Asia and the West work together. This is why it's very important to understand today what's on Asian minds.
Forgive me, but you seem to believe that there is already a clash, because you depict a West, particularly the United States and the European Union, that is keen to keep Asia in its box, that has a negative view of Asia's increased economic success.
There is a West today that doesn't comprehend what's happening in Asia. There is a West today that doesn't understand how it is blocking change in the world. There is a West today that wants to continue to dominate global institutions and not share power. And that's the problem. Now, the West always assumes that when it looks at global problems, it assumes the problems are over there, not over here. The key message in my book is that, yes, the West is a large part of the solution to global challenges, but the West is also a very large part of the problem. And that's something that most Western commentators don't speak about or write about.
But when you posit this idea that there are fundamental differences between West and East, you seem to disregard the fact that if we look at the way in which Eastern economies and societies are changing, they are changing because they are increasingly adopting and maybe adapting Western ideas. Western ideas about the rule of law, about mass education, about many facets of society that look like the West.
Yeah, I completely agree. Indeed, I have a chapter in my book where I say that if you want to understand why Asia is rising now, and remember, for the first 18 centuries, the two largest economies in the world were consistently China and India. The last 200 years of Western domination of world history has been an aberration which is coming to an end. The question is, why is it coming to an end now? And one of the most unusual messages I have in my book is that Asia is succeeding now because it is absorbing and implementing 7 pillars of Western wisdom. So I give the West an enormous amount of credit for the rise of Asia. But when societies rise and become powerful, and when power shifts take place, you have to adjust. And that process of adjustment is not taking place yet, and that's the problem.